Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States. Paul Bunyan here with a message for you. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also, in the description is the link to the Bonehead cartoon. It's a link extravaganza. Furthermore, be sure to like, share, subscribe, rinse, and repeat forevermore. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
People, it's time for another page. I'm drawing today, and look who's here. Somebody's here.
Hey, how's it going?
And look who's in the chat. It's What Love. Hi, What Love. How are you? Daddy, what you doing?
Just hanging out in the garage watching it rain. With sweetest girl ever. Over
Mom
there.
Say
hi.
Hi, Mama.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi.
Huh?
She's shy today.
That's fair.
She's saving all her energy for the weekend.
Oh, yeah, we're going to Wisconsin.
We're going to the happiest place on earth.
The cheesiest.
Lake Oxford.
Lake Oxford, that's where?
I think that's what it's called.
Never heard of it.
That's good.
You've been there, right?
Happiest place.
You've been to this place?
Unless the Hornets are back. Have you been there?
I think I'm the only one.
You'll like it. It's a nice roomy place.
Cool.
And then they've got a pontoon. So if we get a good day, Saturday or Sunday, yeah, that's the one that we always used to get when we went to, Ozarks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Lighting is.
I gotta rearrange it for.
So I have natural light coming in from the outside.
Oh yeah.
It's my friend.
That's nice. I want to sit out in the garage. I don't know. It looks nicer by you than it does by me, actually.
Oh, it was raining.
Yeah. I mean, I like rainy weather, but it looks brighter and nicer where you are.
I love a rainy night.
Me too.
That's Eddie Rabbit.
That song. Who?
Eddie Rabbit.
Eddie Rabbit?
Yeah.
I never heard of them. I know that song.
That's by Eddie Rabbit.
Dope. I'm gonna draw.
What are you drawing today? I wanted to check out the panels.
Let's see. It's page 174.
Oh, you are cruising.
It's actually it's past that. I know it, but I don't know what. So I'm just going by what the page says it is.
Probably 210 by now.
Nah, not that far.
You've done more than 175. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's probably at least getting close to 190. So I think I tried to scribble on top of this drawing because I think he's too small. This panel, I think I'm going to change a little bit, and then.
But that's the slurp panel.
What's that?
That's the slurp panel.
The slurp panel. Yeah, that's true. Every book needs one.
I slurp on all my books.
What was I gonna say? I wanted to do a second page today, but the next page needs a lot of. I need to redraw it. I think otherwise it's going to be the weakest page in the whole book.
There's no weak page in the book.
Well, I can't have one. not as weak as it is.
Who else is in?
What's that?
Who else is joining in right now?
Nobody.
And nobody's watching?
I think What Love is still watching. She's in Canada.
Where in Canada?
She is in. Why can't I think of it? Quebec.
Quebec?
Yes.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui.
That was the time we went to Niagara Falls. We went on boat riding with a bunch of kids that were on a field trip from, like, a bunch of 14
Canada team.
They were on a field trip from, it had to be Montreal, because they all spoke French, and they were speaking French the entire time. But when the guy said, "Behold, Niagara Falls," we were on the Maid of the Mist under the waterfall, and they all screamed, and it really enhanced the moment. Yeah, it did. It was cool. It was a good time.
Are you talking about? You went twice, right? Oops.
We went. The first time we went was for our 25th anniversary.
That's the time you're talking about, right?
Yeah, and actually, that's when Nancy's parents went there for their honeymoon.
Oh, really?
And we went to New Orleans for our honeymoon, and my parents went to New Orleans for their honeymoon. So there you go. Been to both places.
What Love says, "Oui, je parle français."
I think that was all the French I knew. I mean, I know she speaks it fluently, right?
Yes. Let me see something. Okay.
So in honor of her show, you should draw a picture of Pepe Le Pew.
Nah. I'll stick to this crap.
That's not crap. It's good.
Oh, okay. I don't know if your dad saw, but people in Quebec speak differently compared to France. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, you could tell it. The words were in French. I didn't. You know, I'm sure the dialect is different. But it was cool. It was fun having like that group of kids. They were so excited to see it, and they got rowdy and stuff. But it was all fun. And then, like I said, when they all screamed "whoa," and it just like it enhanced the moment, because then you look up and you see Niagara Falls falling on you, and with crowd noise, it just added to it. It was cool.
Yeah. I was on the Maid of the Mist when we went to. Where did we go?
We went.
We were in the Pocono Mountains.
Yeah, and on the way back,
that trip,
we stopped at Niagara Falls, and they had problems with the elevator that day, and it took forever to get up in there, but we made it. You remember that?
Yeah.
Hot out too. But I mean, we drove all that way out of the way to come and see it. So you had to stay and look.
What part of Canada is right by Detroit?
Is that where the Winslow Bridge is? I think.
I think so. Because I was right there one day, and I meant to bring my passport so I could dip into Canada for a bit, and I forgot it. But I was like looking at Canada, going, I could be over there right now. It's right there. I was like next door to Canada, literally, the building I was going to that day.
I told you what I did, right?
What?
We were back, and I turned and I went into some checkpoint, and I turned around and I went into this parking lot and started following this guy. He was like a cop for the border cop,
Oh.
you know? And I drove around behind him, and he started freaking out. He's like, "Why are you following me? You come over to the office." And he turned me into this lady that talked like the lady from Ferris Bueller's Day Out, the one that worked in the high school. And she said, "Listen, when you come to a stop sign in America, you have to stop." Like, hey, thank you there, eh? And then they let me go. Not a felon, an international felon. I was just a guy that made a quick turn, which is just typical of something I would do. So yeah, we had a good time. We went out to the bars and stuff, and we were talking to a lot of the local people. We had a good time. That was a fun time. We saw the magician there too, and he had a tiger in his act, and they moved us up to the front row, and this tiger like ran by, like I could smell him. He was real close when he ran by, and he brought him by a few times, and I was thinking, what if this guy went all Siegfried and Roy on me? But he didn't. I would have had to change my name to Claude. Claude Balls. Anyway.
Oh.
Are y'all trip?
What's that?
Are y'all set for the trip?
I'm mentally ready.
I got all up there last time and missed the little road. I followed my GPS, and it told me turn in like a quarter mile, and I must have turned like just too soon. And I started following this road, and it's telling me go another like 600 feet, and I'm driving, and the road's getting more and more narrow, and then just ended at a tree.
What? You made it all the way to the tree.
Yeah, I made it to the tree, and I go, hey. The GPS just took me into the woods. So
this is where the sidewalk ends.
Yeah. Oh man, the road just like it got smaller and smaller. It's kind of like funneled.
It's like the end of the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. So watch that when you're going. I think I had to drive down like a few hundred more feet, and I would have been there to the right place. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was just kind of funny. Typical me traveling. I always touch one point that I don't need to be anywhere near and go to a whole other point that I don't need to be anywhere near. But I just stop like Forrest Gump, and I turn around and I head the other way.
Do you think Mom will give you a break and drive this time?
What? No.
Yeah. Why not?
Your mom drive?
Let her drive.
She drives me nuts. She's not even here. She got up and walked.
Do you think she would ever drive to Wisconsin?
No.
Give you a break? What about for half an hour?
No. Just won't. The express rate makes her panic.
Yeah.
But she'll tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And she hits the imaginary brake a lot. But she feels safe when Kaylee speeds. Not me, but when Kaylee speeds and does like the same, she drives the same way as me.
I've known Kaylee to get in more accidents than you.
Yes. Thank you. And Heather too. Heather was driving into the city for their art class, and she was like flying. She told me I was doing 85. Hey, Riley just wandered out. as you can see him.
Poochie, 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 poochie.
Hey.
Ew.
Get back in here. He's got to smell it first. Come on, get back in here.
Is that a new thing? Him wandering through that little net thing?
Yeah. There you go. Look, you're on TV. He doesn't want any part of
He's a star.
He doesn't want any part of the fame.
Poochie, poochie, pooch. Riley is probably the only dog I've ever come to love. I don't care about cats and dogs and things very much. But I love Riley.
He's a grumpy old man, and he's on the verge of 13, so he's got another month.
I thought he was older than that already.
Nah. Yeah, but he's grumpy as hell. Like when Kaylee's dog is around. Yeah, we got to find somebody to kind of keep an eye on him. I was kind of hoping Francisco, maybe. I don't know yet. I got to wait to find out.
Francisco's not coming, huh?
That's what I was told yesterday. So we're going to have to figure out something to do with Riley because Nancy doesn't want to bring him on a 3-hour tour. And then he'll just be Frankie and everything. Like every time Walter comes up and wants to play with him,
Are any of the dogs coming? Like Kaylee's dog or
Kaylee's dog. I doubt if Walter's going to come because Francisco will be home with him. So I hope he wants to.
What they're leaving Walter with Francisco? You're saying?
No, Maddie. I'm hoping he can take care of Riley too. I don't know if Riley will go to their house though.
But what about Walter, Kaylee's dog?
He'll probably be up there. That's their baby. It should be a good time. Even if it rains, we'll have fun because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So I got rained out at work today. I tried to find something inside, but I couldn't find it. So I went out, and then I got a couple jobs. One of them's inside, but
so instead of painting, you just got new jobs, additional jobs to paint.
Yes.
During the vacation. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna do that.
Do you ever book jobs and be like, oh, I can't actually do that day? That's not gonna work for me, even though I said it would.
I let people know. Just tell them I'm stuck somewhere else and I can't get out of it. Because that would usually be the reason. People are usually pretty understanding if you're straight up with them.
Yeah.
No big deal. Your speed drawing tonight.
Am I?
You're on your itty bitty panel.
17 minutes to do these two? Psh.
Wow. I don't know. There was a long introduction by Grover Cleveland.
Yeah. Too long?
Nah. Just the right amount of Grover Cleveland.
Yeah, I've never had someone come into the waiting room like when I was about to start the show before. I was like, oh, I better get going.
It was odd because I was like, oh, he's always leaving me notes. I'll answer one time. Well, this rain better stop because I got to work outside tomorrow. Indoor job doesn't start till Wednesday. It's supposed to be partly sunny tomorrow. We'll be good.
Cool. Sure, the day I go back to work, my day off, it's raining. But like I said, I don't mind the rain. I thought it would be nice to like sit on my porch and draw or something. But I woke up late today anyway.
Oh, is your day up today?
Mhm.
So what time are you going to be able to leave to go up to Wisconsin Friday?
What's today anyway? Monday.
Today's Monday.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I must have
What time
known.
are you
I
guys?
must have known there was going to be a French observer because I chose the name Stinky LaRue.
Stinky LaRue. Yeah, I never have it so you can see the names on
That
here.
that was the
Your name says Stinky LaRue.
duck that was in a Daffy Duck cartoon, and he was
Stinky LaRue?
into Elmer Fudd and was trying to sell him on this guy Stinky LaRue, telling him how great he was. He does this, he does that, and
Oh yeah. The little duck with the big lollipop and the hat.
he takes it out of a guitar case,
Mhm.
licks it, and puts it back in there.
He's just telling him all like his whole act is like he's like he does this, and like that's the whole cartoon is
Yeah,
Daffy pitching him, and then at the end he sings like this or something.
but he
Right?
can't hit the final note, and he
Oh
starts.
yeah,
So,
he beefs it.
he's not worth as much as Daffy anyway. But that's Stinky LaRue.
Yeah, he's like I don't know.
That's the one that's why I chose that name.
That's funny. Do you have HBO Max?
I do.
So do you watch those all the time?
I
Old
did,
Looney
I
Tunes?
did. I did once or twice when I was down,
When you were what?
when I was laid up.
Oh yeah. Because yeah, I'll get into those every once in a while, and it's just like these are still so good.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, there's no like potty humor or anything. It's very witty.
Yeah,
And they used to like act out scenes in the on the lot at Warner.
yeah, like the animators.
Yeah, and then they'd go back and draw what they did. It looked like it was probably a pretty fun job to have.
Yeah, I think I saw pictures or video maybe of they had some kind of door set up where like the scene where like the characters are like doom, 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 going to this door.
Yeah.
The other character follows him. Then he comes out of some other weird door. Doom, 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 just going back and forth. And like I think I saw something of them acting something like that out once.
The sound effects are so fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, like when Daffy peeks out under the
I knew you were gonna say it.
the curtain and the tomato hits him square in the face. It makes when it hits his face is just it's like I don't know how they do it. It's like a punching bag into a mat.
Yeah.
It just
It
the sound is great.
really big sponge.
And like the colors that they use in the background, everything are. I mean, you don't see that anymore. It's just I don't know.
And they're different from cartoon to cartoon, like the background painting style. Because I'm sure they had plenty of different background painters, and like people would be assigned to different cartoons. I'm sure.
They don't repeat it,
but you
as like Hanna-Barbera did in the Flintstones and the Jetsons and everything. Scooby-Doo.
what's that?
They don't like have the rotating.
Oh no.
Like
But
Flintstones. Hanna-Barbera used to do that with a lot of their cartoons. All of their cartoons.
I don't think they really recycled too many backgrounds from cartoon to cartoon.
I don't know. But they were very detailed and they looked good.
Yeah. Like I don't know why they wouldn't, but I'm not I don't think they really recycled any of the backgrounds. Like maybe in some of the like Foghorn Leghorn cartoons where they're they're kind of in the same farm setting all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never noticed like, hey, that's the same background they used before.
But now I'm
But I
gonna
don't know why they wouldn't.
look.
It sounds like it would save them time and money.
The old Max Fleischer Popeye cartoons were great too. A lot of detail in those.
There's some really wild looking ones of those.
And he would tap dance, and they had it down. I mean, just like, I don't know, the animation was perfect. They had a like great body or something, didn't they?
Had what?
Did they trace like a moving body or something? Because
Oh, sometimes, yeah. Fleischer definitely did that.
yeah,
Um,
they had to, because it's just the movement is just too.
like Betty Boop did that. Yeah, yeah. Disney did that. Early Disney would do that sometimes for like Snow White.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
details. Oh, they had like what 180 people and not doing it fast enough for Walt.
Yeah. Did you ever see the there's videos of like all the recycled scenes in Disney movies. They just kind of redrew an animation. Like
Yeah, well, I
you'll
think that.
see Christopher Robin walking around, and then you'll see the shot of Mowgli walking around in the Jungle Book, and it's like the same animation but with the different character
Right,
doing it.
and then there
They
was
did that a lot.
the
I was surprised how.
I saw them in something else.
What's that?
The wind howling through the reeds and Ichabod Crane. The
Oh, they might have done that in like Pocahontas or something, huh?
Yeah, I saw it in something else. Sure, a couple of times, and then like it was the same imagery when the Little Mermaid's looking up through the water and wants to be up above on land, and she's
Uh huh.
up, and then they have a similar thing with Jasmine in Aladdin where she's looking up and she sees,
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
it's the same thing, but they slightly.
Yeah, somewhere on YouTube or wherever there's like a whole compilation of all of those, and I don't know, it's cool. It's kind of cool how they can make it work different ways sometimes.
And it's five footage, but it's like it's tough that it's the one thing from the from other. I mean,
You're
some
getting all choppy. I can't hear you.
it's just some random thing.
Uh-huh.
Another cartoon,
Uh-huh.
just recycle. It's like, why that? But they do, right?
Yeah, I think it's like how can we make this scene cheaper if we could. They would do it once in a while. It's like, oh, I know something that looks kind of like what we're trying to do here.
Are you going to start doing that?
What?
Pulling up the old cartoon backgrounds and recycling them into your next magazine and your next movie. When are you doing
Uh,
it? How long was that first one?
16 minutes.
That was pretty good. They had a lot of stuff in that.
Yeah, I want to do another one. I
Do one of this when you're finished with it.
no.
You tired of it?
I'm done with this story. But or I'm done with these characters. No,
You done with the characters? Really?
no. If I do another, I would probably do another Bonehead cartoon eventually. I've planned it out. I like how to do. My idea is that I have like another episode planned, but I would break it up, I think, into 5 small episodes, 5 like standalone episodes that kind of make a big episode together.
5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Just to make it a bit more manageable, because that took me forever.
That's what happens when you do everything yourself.
Yeah. There's one of them. I want Bonehead to crack his head, and he goes to the doctor, and his doctor's this big ape. I don't know. I forget. I have like lines written in a notebook somewhere. And then
Mostly him dropping a log in his pants, right? When he gets
What?
into the office.
What? I missed something. Oh, the ape.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want you to crack it. He's talking to him on the phone, then he goes in there and sees he's a big gorilla.
I gave that gorilla an nobody knows what I'm talking about, but that now I'm thinking about that character. I gave him a name at one point, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I'll be able to find it. And I feel like it was a perfect name. Anyway, but yeah, if I do another book, it's definitely not going to be Bonehead. I'm kind of jonesing to do something else. I think if I do another book, my next book I think is going to be. Do you remember my characters Tom and Sid?
Yes.
I started before Bonehead. I started
My neighbor is a psychopath.
That's what it was called. I changed it to Moon Valley. I was writing a big story with them called Moon Valley, and I got about 50 pages into that, and it was like basically the first act of the story I finished, and I was doing that one digitally.
Is that easier?
Um,
Not the way you do it.
No, I mean it would be in that like if when I go into coloring it, I don't have to scan it and stuff like that. But as far as drawing, it's kind of the same. But then you also have like an undo button, so you can keep fixing and pushing stuff around, and like you can get lost in that. Where it's like, you know, I got to be a little more deliberate with what I put down in the ink, and I can white stuff out all the time, but you're kind of like less free to screw around,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's seems to take me
Project?
about as long. Huh?
Is that your next project?
Yeah, I think I want to get back into that. There's this scene that was I found sketches of it in a notebook where this toilet comes alive and they got to fight this living toilet. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to draw that.
Yeah, nothing like an angry toilet to
Yeah.
get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah. You
So
get
to
it.
speak.
And then lately I've been thinking about this robot story that I want to do. There's this character Gunderson Matter.
Similar to the one that you used in the video for They Might Be Giants.
No.
That was a cool robot.
The one with the brain in his. Oh, the blockhead one whose head was spinning around.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
I like that video. I like both of those videos. The second one I did pretty much all on my own. Tyler helped threw some special effects in there at the end.
You should run that on while you're drawing some night. Run it on a separate screen like I'm on.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I could do that. Why
Uh,
don't I do that? Why
what
don't
was
I ever do that?
what was that, like 3 or 4 minutes long?
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if I would get no, because I already have it on my channel. I'm not monetized or anything. I could do that. I could play cartoons that I made while I'm on
You
the
really,
stream.
your friends, they might be giants, might come after you for using their soundtrack.
I was think because it's copyrighted music. But
You're not trying to profit off it. It was you were entering
yeah,
a
I'm not monetized or anything,
you
so I
were
don't think it. I
content
I, I don't want to get
for them,
struck or anything eventually. You know what I
right?
mean? I don't know how that works though.
No, but
I have played music on streams before. Like I put on Halloween music on one episode, and then I got a copyright claim, but I didn't. It wasn't like a strike against my channel, so I don't know.
but I mean, it was something that you did.
Yeah, yeah, and it's already on my channel, so I might as well. I could do that.
It was a contest entry.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they would get mad about that, would they?
Well, it's not them. That I'm worried about. It's more YouTube that
Oh,
I'm worried about. Like dinging my channel or like restricting my, like putting me in timeout or whatever.
well, it's still your rights, right? So you just
Yeah, it's content that's already on my channel, so I should be able to.
I think you give them credit for it. And I was writing I was entering a contest trying to make a video for They Might Be Giant song, and this is what I did.
Hmm.
Giving all the credit to them for the
Yeah,
music.
that shouldn't be a problem. I might do that. I might just like dig up old animations. I have some on, I don't know, elsewhere too. That like my earliest animations in at art school, I could probably find,
The
which
shark,
aren't
the
too
dolphin,
impressive or
there's
long or
dolphin,
interesting
right?
even. But huh?
There's a dolphin movement was your first thing ever, right?
That was before I was even in art school. That was like I don't know if I have that anymore.
That was like
There's a bunch of things in
there's a
art school
workshop
that I
you
don't have
attended
anymore either.
before you went to school.
What's that?
There's a workshop you attended to see if you wanted to do that at school.
Yeah,
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
yeah.
Going back like
Um,
17 years, right?
Cripes. Yeah,
Was I not supposed to say that?
yeah. Shut up. No, everybody's getting older. I just found out that this guy that I would see at my job for the past 17 years. He wasn't he I think he was like 6 years older than me or something. He just died. I don't know
Well,
how. Yeah.
oh,
And then a friend of mine was his roommate for a little while. That's who I found out from.
how did
That's
he?
I don't know.
I was looking back at my go through your yearbook
What's that?
last. I went through my yearbook at Maine West, and I went into a thing, and it told me all the people from my class that are dead.
Cripes.
Yeah, and I was
I
like,
didn't want to know that.
yeah. Well, some of them were my friends, some of them I worked with, and one of them was a really nice girl that I knew in school. She was real tall, thin girl, and it that one kind of broke my heart because it was like she was always so nice to everybody and just a nice, easygoing girl, and she was young. And then I saw that a bunch of people died in 2011, and I was like, what would be so significant about that? And it was they turned 50. So I think a lot of people committed suicide when they were 50.
No, really?
Yeah. I was surprised.
You made it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Good thing your mom was in charge of that one. I might not have made it.
What about mom?
Thank God she wasn't in charge of my 50th. Actually, she was. We went to a ball game. We went to Wrigley with a bunch of people.
Speaking of ball game, I haven't been to one of Carson's yet.
You got to get out and see them play. They're fun. You'll laugh.
I'll laugh at my nephew because he's
Hey, everything he does when he's on the field, he's got a huge smile on his face.
yeah.
So yeah, it's you see a lot of like little cutesy stuff. They're not professional ball players yet, but they're in the.
I saw I don't think it was a game. I think it might have been a practice, but like I saw footage of he hit a ball off the tee and was like excited, but then they had to tell him like, "Hey, you gotta run, run, Carson, run."
And then he takes off to third. They're like, no, over there. And then
Did that happen?
Yes. Then he had to run back through through the pitcher's mound to get to first base. And the ball is over at first base. Yeah, they've stepped. Yeah, you need Benny Hill music. And then they like get down to first base and they stay there, and then they were out already because they threw the ball. Then the kid missed it, but he ran and got it and got to first base. And that's just they're long games. So bring a chair.
Yeah.
Be ready to laugh because it's funny. It's just good. It's a good time.
So I thought Braden was gonna get into on a baseball team this year too.
I
No?
think Jimmy said that the one that they were talking about starts later in the year,
Oh, okay.
and it's just like he said. It's just like guys get together and try working on fundamentals and play around a little bit. It's supposed to be like not a stringent workout ethic or anything, and just try to teach him in an entertaining way.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, get him into that. He'd like that. I said, that all your kids would like that. So
I was asking Braden if he was excited about starting school in the fall. He goes, "No, I'm shy."
I told him, you won't have to be shy because you're going to know all this stuff. I go, look at all the stuff you know how to do. Like he wants to get a scooter, a motorized scooter now because Mia, the girl next door to us, has one. And like everybody else was kicking around on a regular scooter. He wants one that he can cruise on. So he's prepared to work over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, last time I saw him, he was hitting everybody up for chores and money. But me, he didn't want to do me any favors. He was just like, "Can you give me enough money for an electric scooter?" It's like,
I told him.
I don't know.
We'll
see.
Brings back the power washer. You can help me power wash the house. Nancy wants me to do it anyway, so I'll hit the high stuff and let him hit the lower stuff. He's funny because the pressure throws him back still.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
But he leans in and he does it. He gets into it. He starts getting thorough, like he's hitting everything,
Yeah, Jimmy's kids, they like work. They get like excited about work and tools and things like that. I don't know.
I dragged my ass in the garage one day on the way in after work, and she had set the trim paint for the house down on the floor, knowing I'd have to walk past it. But okay.
Mom did?
Yeah. And I said, okay, what's this out for? And she says, you never painted the post for the mailbox. So I'm like, I'm not gonna have a bad night because I'm gonna turn around and go paint that right now, and everything is gonna be fine. So as soon as I cracked the can of paint open, Katrina pulled up. The two boys came running out of the car. I go, I want to paint, and Chancellor grabbed the brush out of my hand and started in an up and down motion. He looked like he'd done it before,
Yeah,
getting everything
I'm sure
covered.
he has.
They did a good job, but I was like, be careful, you're going to get it on your clothes. Yeah. And I think he did get it on his clothes, but I pulled his shirt off him before it got too bad. And he just wanted to be in on it, you know?
Yeah.
I was showing him, yeah, don't put that much paint on. Put this much paint on. And then, but he had
Okay, I will put this
he
much
did
paint
nice up
on
and
it.
down strokes, and like I'm like, oh my god, he's done it before. And then Braden wanted to do it too, so I'm just stay away from the actual mailbox. I'll get that part. You guys can get the big meaty post part. So they did, and then I got rid of them and put the second coat on. But I mean, they're willing to work all the time,
Yeah.
and they're young. They're very young, so it's encouraging that they have good work ethic. But
Yeah.
but their
Uh-huh.
parents have done something that they probably should not have done, and that's get them Luigi's Mansion.
Oh
And
yeah.
Mario.
I know. That was the last thing they should have done for those kids.
It's like they were on a
That's
roll,
gonna undo
on their ass, and one.
all of it.
But yeah, Chance or Braden swimming.
What's that?
Braden is swimming,
Well, he's been swimming for years already,
but
right?
I mean, he can go in the pool. I makes me nervous as hell. I have to stand there and watch him. But he goes in the pool and swims without his stuff, and you can't leave him alone for a second. And he has to know that he's not allowed in there if it's not. And I pull the stair cover down over the stairs, and I lock it so he can't get in.
Even though we've caught them trying to climb up the the closed off ladder
Yeah, they
and
they, they don't.
and get into the tarped pool before.
Yeah, yeah.
They haven't done that, but they've. I mean,
No,
they've tried to
that's
get.
a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
I know.
No, they're pretty good. They go
Mhm.
program. They know that there's got to be an adult, and they've been yelled at before, and they listen now. And I know they get their all the rest of them get their gear on. But I taught them like how to jump in the pool and yell Geronimo.
Oh yeah.
Geronimo. See all the things I learned from cartoons growing up.
That's what I say. Like not that I learned things from cartoons, but like my brain just calls on these cartoony things all the time. Probably not even as much as you. Like I don't know. You're the inside of your head must be animated.
Nah, not entirely, but one time Jimmy said that he goes, I know what I just said. I know you're picturing that in like some kind of cartoon mode. And I was. if you can describe the cartoon actions, it's pretty hilarious.
It's like I'm picturing the inner workings of your brain, and there's just like a uh there's like a conveyor belt and like steam whistles and stuff, and then it's like that's you processing information.
Sometimes
Yeah, and
it's
you're
like
like, then it cuts back to you, and you're like, I'm sorry, honey, what did you say?
yeah,
All that
yeah,
thinking, and you don't even remember it.
like The Simpsons when Homer wanted to go to clown college. They're actually stuck in a room with a fire and they're begging for help.
They're rolling around on the ground. I'll do it. I'll go to clown college.
Wow, I didn't realize I've been on with you almost an hour already.
Jiminy Christmas, yeah. Time flies when I'm not working fast enough, which is always.
I ended up working all day yesterday. It was Sunday, so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
better to watch you do it. your painstaking chore.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like watching them develop.
You got anything going on this week before vacation? Before we go out there?
Band practice on Thursday night. We're playing a party June 25th. This place is huge.
Well, that's after. Oh, but you're practicing?
Yeah, the guy ordered a stage for the backyard, and I mean, the property is like Billy Madison.
Dad, what instrument do you play?
I sing.
Oh, okay.
And I play a shaker occasionally, but not
those maracas that are in that garage.
I'll forget the words to a song. But there's some song, like I'm starting to ramp up like the listening part of everything, and we're gonna have to get like 3 more practices in before the show, because it's only like 2 weeks away now. 2.5.
I'm trying to hit at least 3 more pages before I go out there. Ideally, I would hit 6. I thought I was going to do 2 today, but yeah, the next one needs too much work. I got to figure out what I'm doing with it.
I say you preserve the slurp panel.
Oh, well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut out this corner of the table. I think I'm just going to have him leaning in. I don't know. I see it. I'm just gonna erase all this and then refigure out what to do. Bonehead's reaching into his eye. He's trying to pull something out of his head, and then he's getting sucked into his eye. And there's just the eye there.
I hate when that happens. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Maybe I'll tune back in.
Okay.
But you're gonna be on for a while, right?
Probably another hour.
If I think of it, I'll come back on.
Okay.
Still there?
What's that?
Miss Canada, if you're still there.
What
is that?
It looks like she's still in. She's watching.
I missed that.
Oh, this was from before. The dog is so cute. It's Riley. It's a Pomeranian.
Yeah. He's got a mind of his own. He's a good dog, but now he's getting to be a grumpy old man. But he still has nice colors.
Yeah, he does. He's getting white in the face.
Yeah, a little bit. He always looked like he had a 5 o'clock shadow. He's just got like black there, but now the black is starting to gray out a little. Yeah, he's a grumpy old man. So, all right, I'll see you later.